Thank you very much. Before I invite Saqib Masood Saab, who is the president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan, I want to just tell you a little bit about my interaction with ICAP. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Rabia Gharib. I am the editor-in-chief of CIO magazine in Pakistan, and it is a great privilege for me to have close in interaction, me being a technical person, ICAP being very non-IT, but for me to understand things like accountability and the things like characteristics and traits of what accountants can do for Pakistan, for the economic prosperity of Pakistan. It's not just about bookkeeping, it's not just about number crunching. And those are things that have been imparted by people who have been part of the various ICAP conferences and also the ICAP institution itself. This is 50 years of worth of a celebration. And though we've had ICAP conferences throughout the year and in the early part of last year also, this is a phenomenal event. Look around you as to what's happening within the country, and for an institution such as the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan to pull together professionals such as yourselves is a monumental feat. So I'd like for all of you to help me put your hands together and give the ICAP, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan, a big round of applause. And once again, before I invite Saqib Saab, I do want to sincerely thank all of our chief guests, Mr. Qaim Ali Shah, who is the Chief Minister of Sindh, our delegates, our keynote speakers, and also our international community of speakers and delegates who are here. So if I could just have our international community of speakers stand up so that we can at least acknowledge you. Ms. Parveen Mahmood, who's the president of ICAP in Bangladesh, CAG Ravasamy, A.N. Raman. There you are. Over the next 2 days, you'll learn a lot about what the institution of ICAP does for Pakistan, but also the sessions are relatively non-technical in nature, and it'll give you an insight as to what people have to say about accountability and its impact on Pakistan. Without any further ado, I'd like to invite the President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan, Mr. Saqib Masood. Saqib Saab.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Honorable Chief Minister of Sindh, Sayyid Qaim Ali Shah Sahab, very distinguished keynote speakers, Professor Dr. Ataur Rahman Sahab and Javed Jabbar Sahab, distinguished delegates and the guests from Safa region, respected past presidents and fellow members of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and very good morning. I, on my own behalf and on behalf of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan, very warmly welcome you all to the ICAP Golden Jubilee Conference 2011. At the outset, I would like to express my sincerest thanks to our chief guest, Chief Minister of Sindh, and the distinguished speakers in this morning session and in the sessions to be followed for accepting our invitations and sparing time to be with us here for this conference. It is heartening to see coming together to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Institute. It is truly a momentous occasion that was dreamed and envisioned by our predecessors is now a reality. The establishment of a world-class institution that mold and guide future generations. The Institute came into being in July 1961 with the prime objective of imparting CA qualifications and regulating the profession of accounting through the Chartered Accountants Ordinance 1961 that was promulgated by the President on 3rd March 1961. During early years, the Institute and the profession have undergone testing times, which were overcome through the resilience and determination of the leadership and the membership of the Institute. The chair of the Institute was held by a government nominee until the appointment of late Mr. Irtaza Hussain, a highly renowned and respected member of this institute when he became the chairman of the Corporate Law Authority at that point of time, and now it is called SECP. It was his sincerity towards the profession and the loyalty for the institute that through his efforts, a smooth transition of presidentship took place to the elected members. In August 1986, Mr. Ibrahim Dahadwala was elected as the first president amongst the elected representatives. And I am glad to report that since then, ICAP upholds the democracy in the election of the office bearers. I would like also to specially mention the services and the dedication of late Mr. Ataullah, who from inception of the institute was instrumental in the initial setting up of the professional body, contributing largely towards the repute and standing it has. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitudes and thanks to all the role players who have made it possible for a small band of professionals to be converted into a vibrant and thriving body over 5,000 members now. I'm sorry. Established as a premier body for regulating the profession of accountancy in Pakistan, ICAP has continuously played its role in strengthening the regulatory framework through working in coordination with important policy-making institutions and regulators like State Bank of Pakistan, SECP, FBR, and many others. ICAP and its members regularly provided professional advice and assistance to the regulators in implementation of the accounting standards, formulation of fiscal and economic policies. ICAP also offers services to the nation by fostering and nurturing the young talent for leadership of tomorrow through its uniquely structured education and examination system. I can proudly say that throughout the years, our robust education and examination system have produced great professionals. Our examination system is one of the most transparent in the country in producing world-class professional accountants. I am sure I echo the sentiments of membership when I say it's now a symbol of pride to be associated with the Institute. The Institute has maintained a strict position in regulating the profession and serving the public interest throughout the 5 decades. The present and future of the Institute lies in public confidence on quality of professional services rendered by our members. The Institute ensures that its members and other professionals associated with the Institute perform their duties with due diligence, integrity, following the code of ethics essential for a transparent, healthy economic system. The Institute has the distinction of having adopted most of the international standards of reporting and auditing since the mid-80s, which has provided opportunities to our professionals to enjoy global acceptance and recognition. ICAP is an active member of various international accounting forums, such as IFAC, International Accounting Standard Board, CAPA, and South Asian Federation of Accountants, and its contribution made by our members has been greatly recognized. The repute that the Institute commands today is due to the impeccable performance and loyalty shown by the membership for the profession and the Institute in particular. Ladies and gentlemen, the profession to which we belong is known and respected for integrity and intellect. Also is the profession that has evolved most of the taste from the early 19th century, when the increasing public interest